Hello. So this is the second video I've made on the same stuff. I made a video and downloaded it, and for some reason the audio wasn't working, so I'm gonna make a second video. So I hope that the audio works on this, and I hope you enjoy. So this is in response to all the financial questions that were submitted within this this class and this semester. So I'll just get right to it. The first one is about retirement. And actually the question was, should I invest in retirement or in the stock market? And so it's important to recognize that these are not two mutually exclusive things. We'll start with retirement. So retirement, you can invest in a 401k or a 403b, which would be through your employer. A 401k is for like most jobs, they'll say, do you want to put money in a 401k? A 403b would be if you work for a nonprofit agency. And the advantage to putting money in through your employer is that it goes in before your taxes are paid. So if you earn $1 and you only get a portion of that in your paycheck, you can put that money pre-tax into retirement. You can also invest in a Roth IRA, in which you put money in usually post tax, but then when you declare your taxes in April, you say you put that amount of money in and you'll get the taxes back, because this is all pre-tax money. And the advantage to that is that you don't have to pay taxes every year. If you just put money into any investment, every year you need to pay taxes on any money that you make on that, unless it's in a retirement account. And if it's in a retirement account, then you don't pay taxes until the way end when you take it out. Now, an important thing to know about retirement is that if you put anything in a retirement account, don't touch it. If you take money early, before you're 65 or 60 or whatever the retirement account says the age is, if you take money out early, the taxes will be really high, like 50%. And so it's almost not worth even putting money in if you're going to be taking all the money out. Technically, there's a way that you can borrow from your retirement account. I don't know how it all works, but if you have $10,000 in your retirement account and you want to borrow it from yourself, talk to a tax guy, but you can borrow it and then pay yourself back, and then you don't have to pay taxes on your retirement. You don't have to pay the 50% tax for taking it out early. But don't take any money out of retirement early. It is so not recommended. So when you put money into a 401k or 403b or a Roth IRA, that's more the house that your money is in. It's not an actual investment. So within the retirement account, the 401k, 403b, Roth IRA, then you invest your money. So within that, you can buy stocks or buy bonds or put it in a money market account or just have it sit there in a savings account. There are lots of different things to do, and there's a lot of different advice out there. So really follow your gut. Don't trust anybody just to trust them, because the person who's looking out for your money is you. And guess who wants your money? Other people want your money. So they're going to say, oh, you should invest in this. And then they take all your fees. You know, it's hard to know unless you're a financial person, like what is best. I like to keep up to date with Suze Orman, Suzeorman. She is not out to take your money, and she's out to help you make wise decisions. I really like her. She has a couple TV shows. I just saw her on a PBS special. She does really good at answering questions up to date. So like if you're watching something that she did in 2008 or 2007 or something like that, it's too old. Don't follow that kind of advice in relations to stocks and bonds. But if you listen to something newer in the last couple years, she has really good advice about where the stocks are right now and where the bonds are and what interest rates are like, and is it a good time to buy a house, and what do I do about, like, she will answer everything and anything, and she has really good advice, wise advice, not just about retirement, about anything financial. She talks about debt, which I'm going to talk about soon in this video. She talks about just everything. So I highly recommend Suze Orman, because she's not out for your money. She's out to help you and for you to learn. And I don't know about you, but I like hearing what other people's financial situations are. And in most of her programs, people tell her, this is my financial situation. I make this much money. I'm this much in debt. I want this for this, can I afford this? Can I not afford that? Should I do this? Should I not do that? So anyway, I recommend her. For actually investing in the stock market and in bonds and whatever you want to invest in, there are different agencies that will provide that for you. A lot of them charge a lot of fees. Like if you buy stocks, there's a fee, and if you sell stocks, there's a fee, and if you do this, there's a fee, and they'll have a monthly fee. Really watch out for the monthly or yearly or quarterly fee for just not being paperless. My husband had a retirement account that he wasn't paperless, but he would just the mail would come and you just throw it in. So I finally opened it, and they were charging him $6 every quarter. So it's $6 4 times a year. And he wasn't even making that much in his retirement. So his retirement account was slowly going down. Like, they're making money. They want your money. I like to use Vanguard, Vanguard. Vanguard has almost no fees. Actually, I don't think I've ever gotten a fee from Vanguard. They also have really good customer service. There's no actual office. Everything's by telephone or online. There's no fee for not being paperless. And I was recommended to them when I was maybe 19 or 20, somewhere in there, when I was just starting to get into the job market. And I'm really, really happy with them. So, but I'm sure there are other ones, but always ask, what are the fees? Make sure you know what kind of money is going to be taken out of your money. And are there minimums? There's no minimum in Vanguard. So, you always want to look for the fine print and how they're going to get you and how they're going to get your money and, all those kinds of things. Anyway. Okay. And if you don't know what to invest in, Vanguard and most places where you can buy stocks, they have something called like a retirement estimation. So if you think you're going to retire in 30 years, they have a whole setup. It's a mixture of stocks and bonds according to how far you're anticipating taking the money out of your stocks and bonds. So stocks are a lot more risky and more recommended for people who are going to be retired and taking their money out in years and years and years to come. And bonds are more recommended in general for if you need your money and you can't risk not having it in 4 years, kind of a thing, There are also CDs that are a little more regular. And anyway, there's lots of things to invest in. And like I said, Suze Orman's actually a really good resource for that. So, and she has books. You could check them out from the library. So yeah. Okay. And then the next question was about credit. What is my credit rate? How can I increase my credit rating? What is a credit score, and so on? So let's start with what your credit score is. Basically, it's a way for people to find out if you're, if they can lend you money and you're reliable and you'll actually pay it back. So they don't know you, but they can look at your history and how you've done at paying other people back, right? So there are 3 credit reporting agencies, and some places use all 3. Most just contact one. Like if you're going to buy a car and they want to check your credit, sometimes they only check one. But if you're getting a mortgage and buying a house, they check all 3, and they usually choose the middle one. A good score, credit score, is generally like 720 and above. Over 800 is amazing. To have a good credit score, first you have to have credit. My sister, when she graduated high school, she's like, I'm doing everything in cash from now. Like, I'm not borrowing anything. I'm not getting any credit cards or anything. So she did everything in cash. And check, she didn't get a credit card. She never went into debt. She